Hi, I'm Dr. Maren Turner, your host for Mission Nonprofit. Welcome. Each month, we highlight the contributions of a nonprofit in our community, and we get to know a little bit about the people who work there. Today, we're talking to Jill Barnes, who's the Executive Director of the Washington Center for Performing Arts. Hi, Jill.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Before we start talking about all the wonderful programs that you all provide, can you just tell us a little bit about your mission and what is it that draws you to the organization?
Yeah, I'm happy to. So within our mission, we provide a wide variety of performance opportunities for artists and for local communities and touring artists. And we do this with our local community really at the heartbeat of it. And we also are thinking about our downtown and how that impacts our downtown and the cultural vibrancy of the community that we live and work in. So it's a pretty varied mission. There's a lot of different aspects to it and how we serve the community and how we bring in other arts and talent for exposure that maybe people wouldn't have the opportunity to see otherwise. Yeah. And it's really exciting to see people come into the theater for the first time or if they're a regular attendee. So there's always something exciting happening in the building and definitely not boring. There's just a lot to do.
Oh, I bet. Can you just talk a little bit about your programming?
Sure. We have sort of two hats, right? So our local community uses our stage, and we have about a dozen artistic and community partners. That would include organizations like the Olympia Symphony Orchestra, Masterworks Choral Ensemble. There's some wonderful dance companies in our community like Ballet Northwest or Studio West Dance Academy. So all of the and there's others too. All of those organizations, they call the Washington Center home, and they get first scheduling of our dates on the calendar. And so we facilitate that and help them and hopefully set them up for success. And maybe I'll just mention the popularity of some of their programs. Okay. Nutcracker, of course, is a very popular show. It's such a tradition for our community and for so many families. We sell over 10,000 Nutcracker tickets a year.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
No, it's a great tradition. And we try and make it special. We decorate inside the venue. We make... I don't know, it miraculously snows outside of the Washington Center before every performance during the holidays. So it's just something we really try to make special for families. And then on the other hand, we also bring in artists from around the world. So it may be a national Broadway tour, it could be a dance company, it could be a headliner music act, it could be a theater piece. Jazz, comedy, there's such a variety. We really have something for everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
So for those of us who really enjoy the arts and I'm a patron of the arts, but I'm not an actor, what are some ways that people can be involved in the center if they're not performing?
Sure. Well, of course, they can buy tickets and be a patron and attend, and that's one way. And another way, if someone wants to volunteer, we have a wonderful core of volunteers. Most of them do volunteer ushering. We have over 200 active volunteers, and we try and make it pretty easy for them. They can go to our website, washingtoncenter.org, and there's a place that they can fill out an interest form. We will have dates on the website of monthly volunteer trainings. We do have a training before they come and officially do it. We do ask folks to participate that way. And then as the months roll on, they can select the shifts that they're interested in, and there's no pressure if you're out of town
peasy.
For a month. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, and they really make such a big impact for us.
So now, can anybody volunteer, or are there some requirements?
Yeah, we'd appreciate if they're 16 and older, because there's a little bit of responsibility with it of, making sure people safely get to their seats, and there might be some troubleshooting, who knows. But we have a big variety of people in our pool, and it's really a nice cohort of folks who have really become friends with each other, and I know they enjoy seeing each other at the events, and also seeing our patrons time and again, and a lot of our patrons get to know our volunteers as well. It's kind of a unique, sweet thing about being part of a little bit smaller community.
So now you talked a little bit about how the center contributes to the vibrancy of downtown Olympia. Can you talk a little bit about how long the center's been there and any other contributions you think that have contributed to its longevity?
Sure. Well, the center has actually been there with different names since 1929. So we're actually a historic theater site, even though we're not a historic theater. But in 1985, there was a big renovation of the facility, and we've existed in this way since 1985, so 41 years. And I think the longevity speaks to our community is very supportive and engaged. We have a creative community. We have people who are active and want to participate and experience new things. We have a lot of cultural organizations that are creating and putting kids on stage. So I think that and we have a wonderful Olympia Junior programs, for example, is such a great exposure for youth. They bring elementary school kids into the venue. They serve about 20 to 25,000 kids a year. Often it's their first time entering the facility, and then we just want to make sure that they come back.
Sure.
They often come back with their families.
Okay.
We continue that education programming, focusing more on middle school and high school, and so just leading that thread through into adulthood. We have a variety of programming that's family appropriate or maybe a date night out. So
something for everyone.
Something for everyone.
Yeah. So with all of this great work that you're doing, how can people find you? Do you have a newsletter? Are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Your website?
We do a regular newsletter that we send out. People would need to sign up for it. If they have purchased tickets through us, we probably already have their email address and they may already be receiving it. They can also check us out at washingtoncenter.org, and that will have all of our information of how to volunteer, how do you donate, what are the upcoming shows, and information about that. And then they can purchase tickets through the website. Our box office is 360-753-8586.
Okay.
They're open Tuesday through Saturday, and then on show nights, of course. Our admin office, we're just right downtown. People stop by and say hi and ask inquiries as well. So we're available. Oh, and we're also on social media like Facebook and Instagram.
People can grab dinner or lunch and then come see a show.
Oh, they sure can.
Yeah.
In fact, we've surveyed a lot of our audience, and 45 to 55% of our survey respondents dine out before or after a show. So we know that it's making a big economic impact, and I think that dinner and a show go great together.
I do too. I agree with you. You know, as you were talking about your Facebook page and your website, even though you put a lot of information out there, as with other nonprofits, there's always something that maybe people don't quite get or they don't quite understand. Is there anything that you would like the public to know that maybe they don't know?
Ooh, that's a good question. There's so many things I want
Let's
everyone
talk
to know
about all of it.
I think something that's really unique about our organization is that, for example, if people may wonder why we have a big headlining show on a Monday night. Well, sometimes we don't have weekends available. Our local community is often scheduled on the weekends first. They get first selection of dates, and then we fill in around it. And that's super unique for any venue, and it really shines a light on our local artistic partners. And it's fine with me. It creates a puzzle that I put together for any touring artist, and we figure it out. So I would love for the community to know that we really work collaboratively to get those dates on there for them, for our local community and beyond. We're a 1,000-seat theater.
Okay.
Our main stage is a 1,000-seat theater. We also have an adjacent black box downtown, which seats about 150, and we do some great programming in there as well.
Okay.
For a 1,000-seat theater, sometimes I feel we punch above our weight. We're able to really deliver some wonderful touring programs and big events. And we do so as to the responsible capacity that we can. For example, about a year ago, we brought in the touring show, The Book of Mormon, Broadway musical, which is a huge Broadway show. And I don't have total proof about this, but I think we're probably one of the smallest theaters it has ever performed in. So it's a heavy lift for 1,000 seats. And we sold 2 shows out, lickety-split. And we brought in people from almost every single county in Washington. We bring in people from out of state as well. So we're making a big economic impact, and we're delivering extraordinary performances.
What's the average ticket price?
Again, it really depends on the event. It's scaled for what the event is. So we have some tickets anywhere from $11 to $149. It just kind of depends. But I will say, each event that we have, we've scaled the theater from. We typically have 4 price scales. So there's, premium seats and there's more accessible seats, but there's each price is located on each section. So we have 3 balconies in the main floor, but we make sure that there's seats available in each price section.
Okay, good. Can you talk a little bit about your education program?
Oh, I would love to. Yeah. I love the opportunities that we're able to create. We really focus our education on middle school and high school to continue that thread and complement what Olympia Junior Programs is doing, because they do it so well for the elementary school. So we're focusing on middle school and high school. One thing we can mention is the student matinees that we do. So if we have a national touring artist coming in and we're able to take advantage of that time and them being in the theater, we will bring in a student groups, multiple, to come in. And again, people can sign up for that through our website or contact our education director, Jennifer Herman, and she can get any educators or homeschoolers locked in with that. But it's a pretty big variety of what we're doing. This year we're offering educational programs to the students we have 2 National Geographic photographers who are coming with our adventure series. And they're so inspiring. They're not like regular people. They're true adventurers, and I think they tell a great message for youth as well about, setting yourself up for success, like being at the right place at the right time, and just there's a lot of fake it till you make it, but also setting yourself up to be in those situations that National Geographic might pick you up as a photographer. So we have those coming in, and then we have a public show as well. We have Treasure Island Reimagined, and we'll do a public show and a student show for this, and the students will see a graphic novel come to life. There's 1,200 images telling the Treasure Island story. Did I say Treasure Island? Yes. Okay. Sorry. I thought I said National Treasure.
No worries.
Okay. We'll have students seeing 1,200 pages on the screen of this Treasure Island story, and then the vocal artists and the Foley artists doing all the sound effects of the thunder and the water and the coins. They'll be in front of the screen doing that, so that'll be really fun for the students. We also have an Algerian dance company named Compagnie Hervé Koubi coming in, and they're such a dynamic physical dance company that mixes contemporary dance and urban dance and capoeira, and the fact that we're able to bring them into our community and then also have students see them is really extraordinary. So those are just a few opportunities for them.
Oh, how exciting. With so many kids there, you must hear some chatter about what they're getting out of this experience, or have you heard some feedback? I mean, what do they walk away with?
Oh, for sure. We get feedback from the teachers and from the students, and then sometimes they'll bring back their families to the public show. And of course, even when we have parents bring their kids to any show. I really love seeing youth in the theater. So I think a lot of it is about it could be about seeing themselves on stage, like, oh, this is possible, or seeing representation of different cultures on stage, and having those celebrated. In the past, for example, we've had bilingual student performances, and that's been really special to see someone's native language that's spoken at home celebrated in front of their peers. There's I think it drives a lot of hope and dreaming and what's possible, and it continues to light that fire for youth.
I think it's great to expose kids to the arts early on. So that sounds wonderful. So I've asked you a lot of questions, but is there anything that we haven't talked about that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I would love to tell you about our upcoming season.
Okay.
We're opening really soon.
Absolutely.
So we actually open on National Silent Film Day, the end of September. We have a historic Wurlitzer organ, original to the theater. And so we do a silent film series, which is really unique, with live organ accompaniment. And so people can see these historic films the way they're meant to be seen in a theater with the live organ. So that's really fun. The tickets are super accessibly priced so that people can attend. We have so many different shows I would love to tell you about. We have several authors that are coming in this season. We have Amy Tan will be in. She wrote the Joy Luck Club, and she has a new book called Backyard Birds, which is very popular. So she'll be talking about her latest book. We have the author Timothy Egan coming in, who has just researched so much of different parts of U.S. history, from the Dust Bowl to the Great Fire and the creation of our national parks, for example. So he's going to talk about his body of work. He's a very popular author that I encourage everyone to check him out before he comes. Rick Steves, the travel writer, will be in sharing stories. We've got authors and writers. We have some theater pieces that are coming in. We're bringing in a show called Bill W. and Dr. Bob. It's a 5-person theatrical show about the founding of Alcoholics Anonymous. And truth be told, I think most people have had their life touched in some way by alcoholism. Sure. And the founding story is really interesting, and it's a really powerful play. We have... I am so excited about this one. It's called FDR's Happy Hour. Okay. It will be at our Black Box Theater. I had mentioned we have a 1,000-seat theater, and we have an adjacent 150 seats. So this is more of an immersive type of show. FDR famously would host these radio hours, and he was the first president to really talk to the people directly, to the citizens. And so this is sort of a recreation of that. There'll be a happy hour in the Black Box, and it's a legit play with actors, and there's a script, and sharing the history and story about FDR, but also about engaging in contemporary civil and civic dialogue. So I'm very excited about that one. We're doing 4 shows of that, and it's fully accessible. In fact, we helped workshop that play before it started its national tour on how to integrate sign language into it, more so than a signer being adjacent, but really integrating accessibility into the whole show. Okay. So those are a couple theater pieces I'm excited about. I also want to share, we have 2 Broadway shows this season, and I love Broadway, so very excited about that. We have the National Broadway Tour of Clue coming in. Clue. So that'll be fun. We'll see if it was Mrs. Peacock with the candlestick or the butler. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
So that'll be coming in, and then in June of 27, we have the Broadway tour of Waitress, the show with the music by Sarah Bareilles. And I love that music so much. And the story just tells a great story about imperfect people who want to do right. And it's just beautiful. So those are just a few things. I really encourage people to check out our website and see what's coming up, whether it's something that we're bringing in and presenting, or maybe someone's renting our venue, or it's a local organization. There's so much going on.
Sounds like there's something out there at the center for everyone. So how do people get subscriptions?
That's a great question. People can buy single tickets, of course, but if you want a little bit of extra value, we do have subscription options available. So if people buy a minimum of 5 eligible shows, they get a 15% discount. And then they're in our pool as a subscriber. And then next year they'll be invited to a special preview event, and then they'll be first in line to renew their subscriptions again for the following year. We've talked to a lot of subscribers and asked them what they like about subscribing. And of course, everyone loves a discount, but a lot of people just like to have something on their calendar to look forward to.
Sure.
And that's part of the, the anticipation can be exciting too.
That sounds fun. Nonprofits in our community help to provide food for people who are hungry. They also provide transportation, and they'll come and help to repair your home so that you can stay there with your family and loved ones. And as we learned today, nonprofits also help us to have joy out of life. They bring families together and they entertain us. Join us again next month when we talk to another nonprofit and learn more about their contributions to the community. For all of us at TC Media, thank you for watching Mission Nonprofit.